Ladies and gentlemen, there is something inside each of us, a spark, a whisper, a restless feeling that refuses to settle. It is the quiet yet relentless voice that says, you can do better, you can be more. Some ignore it, some fear it, but those who listen, those who embrace it, are the ones who change their lives. The desire to get better is not about chasing perfection. Perfection is an illusion, a mirage that vanishes the closer you get. No, the real journey is about movement, about growth, about refusing to be the same person today that you were yesterday. Every moment offers a choice, to stay the same or to reach a little further, to take one more step into the unknown, to challenge yourself even when no one is watching. But here's the truth most people won't tell you. Growth is uncomfortable. It's messy. It means stepping outside of what is familiar and walking into uncertainty. It means failure, rejection, doubt. It means feeling like you're lost before you realize you've found a new path. And that is where most people stop. That is where most people turn back, but not you. Because deep down you know that discomfort is the price of transformation. There will be days when it feels pointless, days when progress is invisible, days when you wonder if it's even worth it. But remember this, greatness is not a moment, it's a process. It's built in the small, unseen efforts, the early mornings, the late nights, the times you push forward when you could have given up. That is where success is born, in the choices no one applauds, but that shape who you become. You don't need permission to improve. You don't need approval to chase something greater. All you need is the courage to start, the resilience to continue, and the patience to let time work its magic. Because the truth is, the moment you stop improving is the moment you start fading. So never settle, never stand still. Keep moving, keep learning, keep striving. One day you'll look back and realize that everything you've become was because you refused to remain the same. And on that day you'll understand growth is not just about getting better. People chase perfection as if it's a final destination, a place where everything is flawless, effortless, and complete. But the truth is, perfection does not exist. It is an illusion, an unreachable horizon that moves further away the closer you get. Those who fixate on it often find themselves paralyzed, afraid to start, afraid to fail, afraid to take risks. They hesitate, waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect version of themselves before they act. But that moment never comes. The real path forward is not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about waking up every day with the intention to be just a little bit better than you were yesterday, to learn something new, to refine your craft, to strengthen your mind, to push your limits, even if only by an inch. The most successful people in history were not perfect. They were relentless. They understood that growth happens in the pursuit, not in the outcome. It is the journey of striving, failing, learning, and adapting that shapes who you become. Growth does not demand flawlessness. It demands effort. It requires a willingness to embrace imperfection, to step into the unknown, and to trust that even the smallest step forward is better than standing still. When you release the need to be perfect, you free yourself to actually improve. You give yourself permission to take action, to experiment, to fail boldly and rise even stronger. Progress is what turns potential into power. It is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to be better every single day. And if you commit to that, one day you will look back and realize that every step you took, no matter how small, led you to something far greater than perfection. It led you to transformation. Every day life presents a choice. It may not always be obvious. It may not come with flashing lights or grand announcements, but it is always there. A simple yet powerful decision, remain as you are or take one step forward. It is a choice between comfort and growth, between familiarity and possibility, between settling for what is and striving for what could be. Most people underestimate the power of these small decisions. They think change happens in one dramatic moment, a single breakthrough that shifts everything. But in reality, transformation is built on the quiet, often unnoticed choices made in the present. The decision to wake up a little earlier, the decision to practice a little longer, the decision to challenge a thought that holds you back. None of these choices seem significant in the moment, but they accumulate, stacking on top of each other, until one day you look back and see how far you've come. Fear tries to convince you to stay the same. It whispers that you're not ready, that it's safer to wait, that failure is too great a risk. But the greatest risk is staying in the same place while time moves forward. Nothing in nature stays still. Everything is either growing or decaying, moving forward or falling behind. The same is true for you. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to break free from the grip of hesitation. But here's the truth. Progress does not require perfection, and growth does not require massive leaps. All it takes is one step. one decision to do a little more, to push a little further, to challenge yourself, even when no one else does. Over time, those steps add up, and suddenly the impossible becomes possible. Not because of one grand act, but because of the quiet, consistent choice to never remain the same. So when the moment comes, and it always does, choose forward. Choose effort over excuses, discipline over doubt, and growth over stagnation. Because in the end, the choices you make today shape the person you become tomorrow. Growth is not comfortable. It never has been, and it never will be. The moment you decide to push beyond where you are, you will feel it. The resistance, the uncertainty, the discomfort that makes you question whether the struggle is worth it. This is where most people stop. They mistake discomfort for a sign that they are on the wrong path, when in reality it is proof that they are on the... Everything worthwhile exists beyond what is easy. Strength is built under pressure. Wisdom is gained through challenges. Confidence is forged in moments of doubt. If growth were effortless, everyone would do it. But real progress demands something from you. It demands that you step outside of what is familiar and face the unknown. That you embrace the moments that test your patience, your resilience, and your will to continue. The greatest mistake people make is believing that discomfort is something to avoid. That if something is difficult, it must mean they are failing. But discomfort is not the enemy, it is the process of transformation in motion. It is the fire that shapes the blade, the weight that builds the muscle, the struggle that strengthens the mind. Without it, there is no evolution, no breakthrough, no true achievement. So when the path ahead feels uncertain, when the work seems endless, when every fibre of your being wants to retreat to what is safe and known, remember this. Discomfort is not a reason to stop, it is a sign to keep going. It means you are stretching, you are learning, you are becoming more than you were before. And the ones who push through, the ones who lean into the struggle instead of away from it, are the ones who wake up one day and realize they are no longer the same. The discomfort you feel today is the price of the strength you will have tomorrow. And the only way to escape it is to grow through it. Failure is not the opposite of progress, it is a part of it. The moment you set out to improve, to grow, to become something more, you will face setbacks, you will fall short, you will make mistakes. And when that happens, doubt will creep in. The voice in your head will whisper that maybe you're not meant for this, that maybe you're wasting your time. This is the moment that defines everything, not the failure itself, but what you do next. Most people see failure as a signal to stop. They take it as proof that they are not good enough, not talented enough, not capable of moving forward. But those who truly desire to get better understand something different. Failure is a teacher, not an enemy. Every setback holds a lesson. Every mistake reveals a weakness that can be turned into a strength. Every rejection, every disappointment, every obstacle is shaping you, refining you, preparing you for the version of yourself you are working to become. Resilience is not about avoiding failure. It is about refusing to be broken by it. The greatest athletes, the most brilliant minds, the most successful individuals in history did not rise to greatness because they never failed. They rose because they failed more than others and refused to let those failures define them. They learned, they adapted, they took the hits, got back up and kept moving. The road to improvement will test you. It will demand patience when you want immediate results, persistence when everything in you wants to quit, and belief when progress feels invisible. But if you keep going, if you embrace failure as part of the process instead of proof that you should stop, you will become unstoppable. You do not need to be perfect to get better. You do not need to win every time. All you need is the courage to keep showing up, to keep learning, to keep moving forward, even when it's hard, even when it hurts, even when no one else believes in you yet. Because the truth is, those who refuse to quit are the ones who succeed in the end. Success is not built in grand moments of victory. It is not the product of one massive breakthrough or a single defining achievement. It is built in the quiet, unseen moments, the ones where no one is watching, no one is applauding, and no one is there to recognize the effort you are putting in. It is built in the early mornings when you choose discipline over comfort, in the late nights when you push through exhaustion, in the moments of doubt when you decide to keep going anyway. The world celebrates results, but what truly matters is the process. Every great achievement is the sum of 1,000 small, seemingly insignificant actions, each one a step forward, each one a choice to improve, each one a moment where you refuse to settle. People look at those who have reached greatness and assume they were destined for it, that they had something special. But what they don't see are the years of effort, the sacrifices, the failures, and the relentless commitment to getting better, little by little, every single day. The truth is, there are no shortcuts. There is no magic formula, no secret path to success. It comes down to consistency. It comes down to what you do when no one else is around, when there is no immediate reward, when progress feels invisible. The small habits you build, the extra effort you put in, the decision to push just a little further than yesterday, these are the things that separate those who dream from those who achieve. Most people quit because they don't see instant results. They put in the work for a short time, expect immediate change, and when it doesn't come, they convince themselves it's not working. But the ones who truly desire to get better understand that progress is like planting a seed. You do not see it grow overnight. You water it, nurture it, trust the process, and one day, when you least expect it, you realize how far you've come. The difference between success and failure is not talent, luck, or natural ability. It is what you choose to do in the small, unseen moments. Keep showing up, keep putting in the work, keep moving forward, even when no one is watching. Because in the end, it is not the big moments that define you. It is the small, consistent efforts that transform you into something greater. No one is coming to hand you the life you want. No one is going to knock on your door and give you permission to improve, to grow, to chase something bigger. If you wait for approval, if you wait for someone to validate your dreams, you will be waiting forever. The desire to get better must come from within. It must be a decision you make, not because someone told you to, but because you refuse to remain the same. Too many people hold themselves back, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for the right opportunity, waiting for someone to recognize their potential before they take action. But here's the truth. Opportunity does not come to those who wait. It comes to those who create it. The most successful, the most fulfilled, the most unstoppable people in the world are not the ones who were given permission to succeed. They are the ones who took control of their own progress. There will always be doubters. There will always be people who tell you that you can't, that you shouldn't, that you're aiming too high. There will be moments when even your own mind tries to convince you that you're not ready, not good enough, not worthy of improvement. But you must refuse to listen. You must decide right here and now that no matter who doubts you, no matter how uncertain the path may seem, you will move forward anyway. The growth is a personal choice. It is not dictated by your past, your circumstances, or the opinions of others. It is dictated by the moment you choose to stop waiting and start working. The moment you decide to improve, to push yourself beyond where you were yesterday, you take control of your future. No one is stopping you but you. No one is holding you back except the limits you accept. And the moment you realize that, the moment you stop waiting for permission and start acting, everything changes. You do not need approval to get better. You need only the courage to begin. Nothing in life stands still. Everything is either growing or fading, moving forward or falling behind. The same is true for you. The moment you stop striving to get better, you begin to decline. The second you decide to settle, to stay where it's comfortable, you start losing the very momentum that keeps you alive. Stagnation is not rest, it is slow decay, and the people who understand this never stop pushing, never stop learning, never stop evolving. Some people reach a certain level of success and think they have arrived. They stop improving, stop challenging themselves, stop putting in the work that got them there in the first place. And without realizing it, they begin to slip. They become trapped in their own comfort, unaware that while they remain still, the world is moving forward without them. The desire to get better is not something you outgrow. It is something you must carry with you always, no matter how much you achieve, no matter how skilled or knowledgeable you become. True growth is a lifelong pursuit. It does not have a finish line. It is about constantly refining yourself, constantly expanding your mind, constantly pushing past what you thought was possible. There will always be more to learn, more to accomplish, more ways to evolve. The people who stay ahead are the ones who never allow themselves to believe they have made it. They understand that the second they stop, someone else, somewhere, is still moving forward. Every day you are faced with a choice. Stay where you are or take one more step towards something greater. And the truth is, no matter how much progress you have made, there is always another level, always another challenge, always another way to improve. The best never settle, the best never stop. They do not become complacent with yesterday's victories because they know that what matters most is what they do today. So keep pushing, keep growing, keep striving, because in the end, the only way to stay ahead is to never stop moving forward. There comes a moment in life when you realize that every choice you have made, every struggle you have faced, and every effort you have put in has shaped you into the person you are today. The journey of self-improvement is not just about learning new skills, gaining knowledge, or achieving goals. It is about transformation. It is about becoming the person you were always meant to be. Most people spend their lives searching for purpose, for meaning, for a sense of direction. They look outward, hoping that something or someone will give them the answers. But the truth is, the answers have always been within. The path to becoming your best self is not given to you. It is built by you, step by step, choice by choice, through every challenge you overcome and every limitation you refuse to accept. Growth is not easy. It will test you, break you down, push you further than you thought you could go. There will be moments when you question yourself, moments when you wonder if all the effort is worth it. But when you refuse to give up, when you push through the doubts and the struggles, you start to see the change, not just in your abilities, but in your mindset, in your confidence, in the way you carry yourself. You begin to realize that every sacrifice, every late night, every extra effort was leading you somewhere. And that somewhere is the person you were destined to become. The desire to get better is not just about achieving success. It is about unlocking the version of yourself that has been waiting beneath the surface, the version that refuses to settle, the version that knows there is more to life than just existing. And when you commit to that journey, when you dedicate yourself to constant growth, something incredible happens. You stop chasing who you want to be and start becoming them. One day you will look back and realize that the struggle, the effort, the endless pursuit of improvement was never about reaching a destination. It was about evolving into someone stronger, wiser, and more capable than you ever thought possible. And in that moment, you will understand that the greatest reward of all was not the success, not the achievements, but the person you became along the way. In the end, the desire to get better is not just a quest for success. It is a lifelong commitment to transformation. It is about understanding that the person you are today is only a glimpse of the person you can become. Every moment of effort, every challenge, every setback and every victory is part of the intricate process that shapes you, refines you and propels you forward. The desire to get better isn't about reaching a single peak or crossing a final finish line. It is about continuing to climb, continuing to push and continuing to evolve. It doesn't matter how far you've come or how much you've achieved. The key is to never stop striving for more. The road ahead may not always be clear and the path may be filled with obstacles, but it is these very obstacles that build you. They are the tests that determine not just what you can accomplish, but who you can become. The real magic lies not in the destination, but in the journey itself. Every small decision you make today is an investment in the person you will become tomorrow. You will stumble, you will doubt, you will struggle, but as long as you continue to push forward, you will continue to grow. The moment you stop is the moment you stop living. Life is about progress, not perfection. It's about showing up every day, even when it's hard, even when the reward seems distant. It's about knowing that every step, no matter how small, is leading you toward a better version of yourself. So commit to the journey. Commit to the process of getting better, not just for the results it will bring, but for the person you will become along the way. Understand that your potential is limitless, and the only thing standing between you and the person you want to be is the choice to keep going. Keep striving, keep growing, and never forget that the greatest victory is not in achieving the dream, but in becoming the dream itself. In the end, the desire to get better is more than just a fleeting wish for success or a goal to reach. It is the very essence of who we are as human beings, the driving force that compels us to reach beyond our current limits, to step out of our comfort zones and to continually evolve. It is the quiet whisper that nudges us forward when we feel content with where we are, the reminder that there is always more to be learned, more to be done, and more potential to be realized. The journey of improvement is not linear, and it's certainly not easy. It is filled with uncertainty, struggle, and moments of self-doubt. But it is precisely these challenges that forge our character and push us to transcend who we were yesterday. The true power in the desire to get better lies not in the achievements or accolades that might come at the end of the road, but in the consistent daily actions you take to improve yourself. These are the quiet victories, the hours spent working when no one is watching, the decisions to keep moving forward even when the world around you says it's easier to stop. When you choose the path of continuous improvement, you embrace a mindset that refuses to accept mediocrity. You recognize that you are capable of more than you've accomplished and that the potential within you is vast, waiting to be unlocked. It's not about becoming someone else or living up to some idealized image of success. It's about uncovering your own greatness, which already exists within you, but often lies dormant, waiting for the right moment to emerge. And that moment is created not by waiting for a sign or a perfect opportunity, but by choosing to take action every single day. No matter where you are in your journey, the key is persistence. The desire to get better is not about reaching a final destination, but about continuously seeking growth. The world may try to define success in terms of outward achievement, but true success is measured by the internal progress you make, the lessons learned, the wisdom gained, the strength developed. It's about becoming the person who never gives up, who gets back up after every fall, who sees every setback as an opportunity for growth, not as a sign of failure. It's also important to remember that improvement is not about perfection. Perfection is a myth, a moving target that can never be fully reached. The pursuit of perfection often leads to frustration and disappointment because it sets an unattainable standard. But the pursuit of improvement, however small the steps, is what leads to true fulfillment. It's about getting just a little bit better today than you were yesterday. It's about learning from your mistakes, adapting to challenges, and constantly asking yourself, how can I be better today? The road to improvement is rarely easy. In fact, it's often difficult, painful, and full of setbacks. There will be moments when you question whether it's worth it, moments when you wonder if your efforts are in vain, but these moments are the very proving ground of your commitment. The desire to get better is tested in those times of hardship, when it will be easier to give up. But when you push through those moments, when you embrace the struggle and continue moving forward, you grow not just in skill, but in resilience, perseverance, and character. You see, the real power of the desire to get better is that it never ends. It is a lifelong journey, not a race with a finish line. The people who achieve great things are not the ones who are naturally gifted or the ones who reach success quickly. They are the ones who never stop. They understand that the pursuit of improvement is not a sprint, but a marathon. They continue to learn, grow, and evolve throughout their lives, always pushing themselves to be better, always reaching for the next level. And in doing so, they become someone who is constantly evolving, constantly becoming more than they were the day before. At the heart of it, the desire to get better is not just about the end result. It's about who you become along the way. It's about uncovering strengths you didn't know you had, building resilience you never thought possible, and transforming yourself into a version of yourself that is stronger, wiser, and more capable than you ever imagined. The road may be long, and it may be filled with moments of doubt, but when you look back at your journey, you will see that every effort, every failure, every small victory has shaped you into someone you are proud of. So don't rush the journey, embrace it. Understand that the true reward lies not in the destination, but in the growth you experience along the way. Keep showing up, keep pushing yourself, and keep striving to be better, because the person you become in that process will be the greatest reward you could ever receive. Your potential is limitless, and the only thing that can limit you is the decision to stop. Keep moving forward, keep evolving, and know that as long as you are striving to improve, you are already succeeding.